Hello and welcome to another Total War commentary. I am Plant, playing as the Pontus, and my opponent will be must be Egypt, I believe. So the army I've taken would be 5 bronze shields, 6 archers, what appears to be 2 carrot archers, 2 units of Pontic light cavalry, and 3 scythed carrots. So let's speed the game up while we are deploying. So it looks like I've decided to put the carrot archers on the sides, obviously. Put the 2 Pontic light cavalry, these are javelin cavalry in case you're interested. They got beards and blue war paint running along the centre of their faces. Onto the sides, and archers behind my bronze shield. Some people put them in front, some people put behind, isn't too important. I put them in front to act as a kind of shield against any skirmishing, and I put them quite far forward as well. I put my army right next to the red line. Some people don't do that. So the idea of such a formation was that my light cavalry would be able to move one round the side, the other would run round the other side, and hopefully confuse the opponent and chase some archers away. So this fellow here is Loopz from the GoTW clan, which I believe stands for Gods of Total War clan. EMP will probably mean Emperor, so he's probably a founding member or a leader of the clan. He's got 6 ferret guards, which are good infantry, and 4 null spearmen. Rather interestingly, it does seem like he's got a defensive army here, because he's taking quite a large contingent of infantry. It's not really, I would say, a larger contingent of archers than mine, and 2 Egyptian carrot archers. So he's got some skirmishing parts into the army, which are 2 Egyptian carrot archers, but more importantly he's got very defensive formation here. So you can see here he's got 2 lines of infantry, which is how you use a defensive formation, which is very flexible at the same time. So my archers are kind of out to the side, which is good for me, because then I'll be able to force off the Egyptian carrots to withdraw perhaps, and we'll be nearer to we'll be at a good angle to shoot at his bowmen. Though it's kind of dodgy because his third bowmen have very long range. They should actually be entering near the range of the third bowman, and they will actually get caught. If these guys weren't walking and they were standing still, my carrot archers would actually be shot at while they're moving towards these long range pharaoh's bowmen, but luckily they were moving at the time. So you can see here that his own carrot archers are shooting at mine. My carrot archers are, what they shoot at, possibly his own units, or perhaps the pharaoh's bowman. In a circumstance like this, I would prefer, because they kind of be encircled, they're very hard hit, to shoot at his own units. But his carrot archers will be trying to shoot at my own carrot archers and failing. So it looks like I'm moving some units up on the sides as a possible prevention measure if he hasn't got any archers. No, it must be because I'm planning to attack him. Okay. So there's a bit of an archer war going on, and it does seem that I am trying to attack his own units. So my own archers are in very good position right now, and his own carrot archers are in very bad position. Soon later his pharaoh's bowmen will be in range of my own archers, and my own archers being, oh look, I moved them forward and left the bronze shields behind at the rear. Still a defensive formation of a sort. These pharaoh bowmen have long range, so they would be able to shoot at the archers and get the first shot off, and in consequence kill off a lot of my own archers. Meanwhile, my carrot archers are shooting at his units, his bowmen it seems, because they're the most vulnerable, and my carrot archers are doing the same. So these 2 units of carrot archers here are in essence not doing a lot, while mine are doing plenty. Because I forced his back, because I have my own cavalry, he can't respond properly in kind, it seems, because he hasn't taken any cavalry or moved any of his own null spearmen he should use. He should really move them around here to try to force off the carrot archers. Meanwhile, the archer war has been engaged, archers have engaged. He's got the first shot off, so a lot of my archers are being shot at, and they will lose their archer war, despite the efforts of my carrot archers. These Pontic light cavalry are trying to kill off as many bowmen as they can. So it looks like I moved my units to type formation. I see. I'm going to attempt a rush, you can call it. I like to call it a shock action, personally, or you call it rush. I'm trying to make as many units in his army as possible to rout, kill as many as quickly as possible, and rout as many as possible. And you can see here that I'm using my units to surround his entire army. So, one unit against one. So I'm trying to use one unit against another one unit. So looks like I'm moving in. He's got his nice bowmen to defend, which are weak, but he's trying to buy time essentially at this point, and he recognises that it's very important to defend his own archers. So my scouts are charging to rear. He doesn't quite respond in time, so the Pharaoh's guard are somewhat disrupted, but that shouldn't matter too much. But the important thing here is that his own archers are getting killed. So this is the essence of a rush, you could call it, but it's not a very good rush. Is that you try to rout all the units and then preferably try to chase them off. So carrot archers are very good for this, and if I have any left, light cavalry are very good for chasing off. So carrots are very good for, they're not actually that good for shock action, they're mainly used for killing cavalry, but they do low morale, I believe. So he didn't quite respond correctly, though with the army he's chosen, I suppose that it was the best he could have done, because he's chosen a defensive army, and I've chosen that. Since I decided that my archers will die very quickly, I must have decided that the best course of action to take was just simply charge in and hopefully let my archers survive and kill off his own, as much of his own archers as possible and infantry. So he's charging his own cavalry in, and quite a lot of his own cavalry survive, but then they get bogged down and should die very quickly. So, strategically speaking, I have a lot more options. I wouldn't know what would be the most optimum strategy I could use, but the strategy I used in the end was that I just had a little probing first to decide what to do, and then he realised that he will lose out in terms of archers if he continues to let my own carrot archers whisper around the side, slowly killing off his own bowman. So he moves in his own bowman to initiate the archer war, which is good for him because his bowmen, even though they were being shot at by the cavalry archers, have a range advantage over my own archers and were far more powerful. So in preference, what he was trying to do was to kill off all of my own archers, form up ranks, and it would have essentially a very tough infantry ring to destroy. Infantry formation to destroy. But as it happens, I recognise that that could be a danger, that my archers may die, so I moved all of my cavalry round his sides, and then charged from the rear and routed the vast majority of his own archers. And I managed to kill off his own infantry as well, using my own infantry. So in the end, it's a very clear victory to me. So hopefully you've learned something a bit about the strategy to use, depending on what both sides have. So normally people say Egypt had the advantage, but in this case he didn't take the right army, because maybe because I'm a recruit and it's considered bad for him to take very strong ultimate armies against recruits when you're a leader of a clan. And that will be the end of the commentary.